The next morning passes uneventfully, and before I know it, we're already back at the beach. Momoko insisted she needed to catch up on sleep, but it's just me and Ayumi today, and Ayumi seems to be a lot more confident in the water. She's now able to handle herself in the surf. I head out there too, just to make sure that she's fine. Hey Ayumi, having fun now? I guess it's kind of fun. You're handling yourself really well now. I think if you keep this up, you could become a really great swimmer. Of course I'm doing well. I told you I could do it, Seiji. But don't think I'm going to let your praise go to my head or anything, you fool. I know. If there's one thing that's wounded easily, it's her pride. Ayumi's the sort of person who, well, when she sets her mind to something, she refuses to allow others to help. Which is kind of strange when I think about it now. But I offered to teach her how to swim, she accepted it. Of course your contributions slightly helped. Only slightly. Nice to know that I helped out. Only a little bit. Don't think this means that you can get away with being a raging pervert whenever I'm not looking. My grace only goes so far. What about those girls you saw in the pool, Seiji? Haven't seen them again. They're probably left by now. I should have known you would try to cover this up. You've been trying to build a harem, haven't you? A harem? Look, why would I want to build a harem? I haven't had a girlfriend before, let alone multiple girlfriends. I see. You're going to be a harem king who knows how to hide his true intentions. A villain which makes himself seem like a fool but is actually manipulating everything in the background. Is your arcana that of the jester? Are you comparing what I do to a video game again? No! I stopped playing those years ago. They're for children after all. Screw you. Seriously, screw you. This is the exact same attitude that's held the industry back for so damn long. Yo, with comments like that, you would not... Seriously. Hate that attitude. Anywho. But we're getting off the main point. You've been building a harem behind everyone's backs. I plan to expose the truth. Look, there's no harem. I swear, why does she keep making accusations like this? But, if there was more than one person who loved you, what would you do? What would I do? Look, you aren't being serious, right? Dude, you did see what they were doing yesterday, right? You know, particularly given that there was a fairly serious sounding offer to join them. I think it's pretty clear what they were trying to pull. And again, as has been established, I think Seiji was the victim of a lobotomy at some point, so we'll see. I am being completely serious. What would you do? Would you actually form a harem? That's a really good question. What would I do? Okay, first, it depends entirely where you live. And second, I don't think there is an issue with committed relationships between, you know, groups of people. Let's face it, interesting fact about the guy who created Wonder Woman. He lived with his wife and his girlfriend, and they were both completely aware of each other and completely okay with it. He was a bit of a weird bloke in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, they had a 3-person relationship that worked completely fine. And I don't have any kind of a problem with that, so yeah, screw it, I'd be willing to try it out. Well, I don't really know. But I'd hate to hurt anyone by choosing someone else over them. So, I guess I'd try it? I knew it! You're a rampaging pervert. Have you ever stopped to think about what... Oh no! I stopped listening to... Seriously, who makes the... Did they just buy really cheap really cheap underwear and swimsuits? Because it's become a running theme in this game that their clothes fall off remarkably easily. I stopped listening to her as I watched something unfurl before me. Ayumi's top slides off, seemingly becoming untied by a pair of unknown hands. I could feel the blood rushing to my face. Now, this is a sight that I'm not going to see very often. But why are you looking at me like that? Didn't you have something you wanted to say, you fool? Ayumi, just say it, don't stand there with your jaw hanging loose. What's the problem? She hasn't actually noticed it yet. Wading through the waves towards me, I can feel a nosebleed coming on. There, bounce. Nope, nope, don't think about that, don't look. Honestly, why aren't you... Ayumi looks down at her exposed chest, and her eyes go wide with shock and she dives beneath the water. No! I feel like I actually need to drop to my knees and shake my fists in the air when I do that. How did this happen? Seiji, did you have something to do with this? No, look, I didn't do anything. Stop shouting, please. People are going to notice. Look, I'll help you find... No! I refuse to let a wild beast like you handle it. There's no telling what you would do if you... And her face goes really red and her eyes begin to roll around. No, why am I thinking of something like that? Okay, what do you want me to do then? Stand guard while I find it. But don't you dare look. I will administer divine punishment unlike any that I have before. I know. Just hurry up. Fortunately, she manages to calm down enough to begin her search. The waters are too shallow, though. There's barely enough water to hide her in. Her chest becomes dangerously close to slipping that one center... Okay, what am I thinking about? I'm supposed to ensure that no one sees her. It's here somewhere, I'm sure it is. And she's growing more desperate by the minute. And the longer she's exposed, the harder it becomes for me not to look. Look, don't think about it, Seiji. Here it is. She tries to put it on while still underwater. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Her fingers fumble as she tries to put it on. The top irregularly squeezes her chest, nearly causing it to slip off several times. But eventually she manages to get it back on. There really was no point to that bit apart from fan service, was there? After that, Ayumi swore she'd never go back to a beach again. I tried to convince her otherwise, but, well, she just couldn't handle the embarrassment. She went back to the hotel ahead of me. But I don't see her anywhere. Good morning, Seiji. Momoko pops up out of nowhere. It's the afternoon, Momoko. Ayumi and I have already been to the beach. Oh, I must have slept in too late. Do you know where Ayumi is? She went out to buy something. She'll be back soon, don't worry. Really? What did she need to buy? Snacks, of course. How do you expect us to get by without snacks? Well, I suppose that does make sense, given how much you two eat. Seiji, don't make fun of my weight. Look, I wasn't doing that. Well, I guess I'll forgive you this time. What do you want to do today? I don't know. Maybe the beach would be nice again? I open the balcony door, only to be blasted with icy wind. Oh, why is it so cold? It's supposed to be summer right now. This morning it was really warm. This is really unusual. Maybe someone performed a ritual to obscure God for cold weather. That sounds completely absurd. It does now, doesn't it? Why would anyone want cold weather if they're at the beach anyway? Who knows? I'm sure they have their reasons. Why don't we spend some time at the beach today? But I've already gone, and it's getting cold. No fair! You want that Ayumi! Go with me too! Oh, I have to think of a way to avoid the water. How about the shack again? You wanted some snacks, didn't you? And her eyes light up at the suggestion. Brilliant thinking, Seiji! Food and the beach go together perfectly! As we arrive at the shack, Momoko insists on pressing up against me. We've been walking along the beach for the entire time, and she refuses to give me any space. Now, Seiji, you look like you're cold. How so? I don't know. Maybe you'd like some company. We could share body heat. It's a cold day, you know. Yeah, I don't think that's really... When the hell did that happen? Okay, where is her top? I could already feel the blood rushing to my head. There. What's wrong, Seiji? I try to avert my eyes as best I can. Okay, new theory. He's having a massive fever-based hallucination right as he's getting his lobotomy. Seriously, this is what happened. This is why he's really this stupid. This is him having a massive hallucination as he gets his lobotomy. You ever seen Sucker Punch? It's like the ending of that. Really, really weird film, by the way. Very spectacular action sequences, and the rest of it is so trippy that it's just weird. What? Why are you looking away like that? Look down. She's a bit faster to notice it than Ayumi was. No! I didn't drop to my knees because I don't have enough room in here to do that, but I did do the full fist shaking thing. and she immediately covers her chest, looking really upset about it. It does help. It does little to help, though. They just sort of go around her hands. All it does is make it worse. Why did that happen? Seiji, could you give that to me? It's kind of different when we're not in the water. Seiji, please! Okay, just don't move. I'm just glad that she's not shouting like Ayumi was. Oh, this is going to be a lot easier for me to do. I immediately retrieve her top and offer it to her. Here, put it back on. But I can't do it myself, Seiji. Could you help me put it back on, please? I can feel my blood turn to ice when she says that. Seiji, please. Ayumi's always helped me with it. I can't do it myself. Look, I'll go get Ayumi. She'll be able to... No! Don't leave me like this, Seiji. Please help me. What choice do I have? Awkwardly, I begin to fasten it around her neck. Just keep going, Seiji. You're almost there. I wish I were. I don't even know how these things work. I'm just tying it into a knot behind her neck. That's how it works, right? I hope that's how it works, otherwise this is going to be really embarrassing for me. I reach around, trying my best not to look. Seiji? What? I can't see where my hands are going. I can do that myself. You don't need to touch me there. That's what the soft feeling is? I immediately pull my hands away. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry for what, Seiji? Do you feel warmer now? Because your face is burning. Sometimes Momoko just scares me. Did you even need my help at all? Of course I did. This girl. I need to cool my head. And I leap for the water. Seiji, I wouldn't go in there. But it's too late. I am far too hot. I need to... It's like I've stepped into a freezer. I immediately scramble out, every part of me shivering, and to my despair the wind begins howling. And each gust of wind feels like it's cutting to my very soul with frozen talons. Momoko looks mortified as I stand there shivering. Oh no, you're so cold, Seiji. She's holding out a towel to me. We have to get you somewhere warm as soon as possible. We wouldn't want you to catch a cold, would we? But it's summer, how could I... Too late, she's already pushing me away from the shack. Come on, Seiji, back to the hotel room. It's not like I can resist. She bursts into the hotel room, dragging me along the ground. We need to get you out of those wet clothes right away. You're going to catch a cold if you don't get changed quickly. Look, I don't need any help with that. She is ignoring me. Next, we need to get you into bed. Proper rest is needed for recovery, after all. Recovery from what? I haven't even gotten changed. A fever, of course. I already know that you have one. I don't feel anything. I head towards the door. I'll be fine, Momoko. Now then, I'm heading to the shop, so is there... Yeah! Momoko slips her arm around my neck and starts dragging me away. You can't go back there today, not at all. What would happen if you were to get sick? So today, just stay indoors with me, where I can keep you nice and warm. If you got sick, I don't think I could live with myself, Seiji. Isn't that a bit dramatic? Momoko, let me go. I need to check your temperature. Before I can even protest, she pulls my head towards her. You feel like you're burning up. Oh, that's not good at all. Don't get sick, Seiji. She doesn't sound very upset about it, though. And her grip has loosened, well, slightly at this point. It would be a chance to escape before she goes through with whatever she's planning. Okay, dum-de-dum-de-dum. Right, that to me seems like a reasonable point to end this part. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.